Leo, September. Okay, Leo, so you're coming down off the Mercury retrograde. Mercury was in your sign for a while during its retrograde. Okay, so we know, Leo, you are the great performer, and we know that you are perfect for center stage, and you are ruled by the sun. So there's a certain amount of visibility that you need, Leo, to feel good. And when Mercury was going through your sign, there's a tendency for some drama, or there's some tendency for some, let's say, theatrical performance, because it doesn't have to be a negative thing. Like when you're a healthy Leo and Mercury is going through Leo, it's like this can be healthy conversation, this can be healthy validation. But when it gets, if you're dealing with unhealthy situations, right? Or when Mercury's going through Leo, things can get dramatic, things can get gossipy, things can get heated. Okay, so it's kind of like you're off the hook now because Mercury came out of your sign. Okay, now it's in the analytical sign of Virgo, so there could be some analyzing of all that went on while Mercury was in your sign. Okay, but this month of September is a little bit quieter for you in the sense that there's not as many planetary action in your sign, right? We don't have any planets in your sign right now. We don't have a lot of planets in fire signs at all. But we have Pluto hanging out at 29 degrees Capricorn. So that's still going to be considered an opposition, even though, Leo, you're opposite Aquarius. But with Pluto hanging out at 29 degrees Capricorn, it's still going to affect some of you late degree Leos. So you later in the month of Leo season Leos. Okay. So you got Pluto there, the intensity of change. There's a lot of power there. All right. So some of you are going to be feeling that. Now, you early degree Leos have a trine going on with Neptune that's in its late degrees of Pisces, even though usually a trine is the same element. Because it's in those late degrees, it's still affecting early degree Leos. Okay, so trine with Neptune is going to give you a lot of creativity. Neptune rules the feet. Leo, you're like the stage. So there could be a lot of artistic expression. Okay. Now, you do have a square going on with Uranus in Taurus because, Leo, you're a fixed sign and Taurus is a fixed sign. So there's a square there. Okay. So Uranus is like anything's possible. Uranus is large groups of people. So you may be having some changes. It's almost like I can see a theater full of people. There's a dance performance going on, yet there's like new people in the crowd. Okay. Or maybe some of your old fans don't like your new style, right? And you start accessing new groups of people. That's what I feel with that square with Uranus. Okay. You need to try your best to be flexible with the unpredictable possible changes that could come in with Uranus there. And I know, like, Leo, you're a fixed sign, so maybe changes aren't exactly your favorite, but you're going to have to go with the flow. So take some deep breaths, kind of surrendering. You only have so much control, and let those shoulders loosen up. Okay. Now here's your pre-reading. Did these a couple, just in advance, and I got the Three of Cups for you from the beautiful Cozy Witch Tarot. So here is come together with your coven. Okay, here's your people, here's your group, Three of Cups. Feels very joyful. Okay, now your second card here is the Knight of Emotions. So, you have to come together with your coven, and if there's any things you need to clear up from that Mercury retrograde, then make sure to dip into the emotions that you need to. Knight of Emotions, okay? And then we've got the Empress card here. And this is from the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. I think this is so beautiful. And interesting because this is Taurus energy, and you've got that square with Uranus and Taurus. This is mom energy. And Leo, you rule children. Okay, so there's a lot of joy here. It's like you're surrounded by your friendship groups, your family supportive groups, and in the middle is the Knight of Emotions, that quest for emotional satisfaction, deep emotion. Okay, so it feels really positive to me. I really think it's beautiful. All right, now let's do a live reading and see. I haven't looked at any of these cards yet. Let's see what you need to know, Leo. What else do you need to know this beautiful month of September, working with the Everyday Enchantment, the Muse Tarot, the Cozy Witch? We're going to throw in an oracle from the Solitary Witch, which is one of my favorite oracles. I just think the art is so beautiful. The Solitary Witch, we have this in stock in Kent. All right, let's see what you need to know here. We have the Three of Wands. So you got 2 threes as your first cards there. Three of Wands is an adventure, where you're going next, kind of hitting like this high point, looking out, having a bigger picture, bigger view. Okay, Three of Fire. You're a fire sign, Leo. Three of Wands. Card of collaborating with others. And there's a lot here about like your group. The Emperor showing up here. Love that it's a female emperor wearing red. This is an Aries card. The Emperor is the boss, right? Front and center. You need to make sure that you're getting the visibility that you need, Leo, because like I said, you're ruled by the sun. So if a Leo isn't getting the limelight in the way that they need, or the attention or the eye contact that they need, there's going to be problems. All right. So make sure that you got this front and center energy. The color red is a great color for Leo. Okay. Now we have Page of Pentacles. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. Okay. Page, young energy. Pentacles, anything of value. It's just like making the best of things. Interesting lemonade stand right underneath the kids here. Kind of setting a good example. Square with Uranus and Taurus. Sometimes there can be things out of the blue financially. Okay. So, when life, if you, I don't know, sometimes when I think of Uranus and Taurus, I think of like unexpected monies, right? But you think about it, it could also be unexpected bills, right? So when life gives you lemons, you make enchanted lemonade. Don't let this stop you. You know, what's really important here is all these people and supportive energy you have around you. Now, your oracle card is the Witch's House. I love this card. Look how beautiful that art is. The Witch's House, that little white house in the background. Let's see what the book has to say about the Witch's House. Let's give you a little quick. Let's see. It says every witch needs a place or space she calls her own. Perhaps the solitary ones need that sacred home most of all. She will paint the rooms the color her heart longs for, and she will water the plants in their pots, cultivate the herb garden, create the library where her book friends will live. She has none of these things, not of her own, not in the present moment, and so she will magically bring her witch's house to life. Oh, that's pretty cool. So whether the home is one that you have established, or the one you dwell in, or one you seek to find and claim as your own, it is time to manifest an aspect of home, so that where you live mirrors the beauty of your unique and precious soul. It is time for you to contemplate what you need within that space. All right, so it says you are a witch, and your wishes can become spells, and those spells can become the most powerful of all manifestation. A true home, a true anchor for your wild wisdom is yours. Bring it home. And it's interesting too, the Taurus energy is very home-like, okay? So maybe everything's not the ideal situation right now. Maybe you're just thinking about the things that you want, the ideal situation, but it keeps coming back to that, like your word is your wand, right? That you can like use your language to put out some good vibrations so that you can attract what it is that you're looking for to you. Okay. So maybe saying things like, the home that I'm looking for is mine. The home that I'm looking for will find me, right? Or the love that I'm looking for will find me, right? So start speaking in positive terms about what it is that you want. All right. Now we're going to do week by week. I'm working with the pretty little golden Art Nouveau tarot here. Pick a card for each week and see what you need to know, Leo. All right, week 1, we've got the Hierophant. Okay, card number 5, number of change. It's kind of a card of, this card always is a little confusing because it's like associated with a few things. Originally, I learned it as a Sagittarius card, that it had to do with higher, right? Spiritually higher, right? The priest or whatever he is there, cardinal, whatever he is your middle person to the higher power, right? So he's asking you to change your religious beliefs, change your spiritual outlook, make sure it's up to date. Now, I also learned that this card is associated with the sign Taurus, and it has stability themes, right? This is the church. People go there for all these major points in their life, okay? But there's something here about what below and above and the bigger picture, bigger outlook, and kind of just connecting higher is what I'm getting from the Hierophant, okay? Now, week 2. Got a 10 of swords here. So it looks like there's a lot of overthinking going on, a lot of overstimulation. Now, the Hierophant can also be considered like higher learning. So maybe you're going, it's back to school season, and maybe you're just wiped out. Maybe you're just tired, right? We have this 3 of Wands here, shows people climbing a mountain. And then the Emperor here, which is like work. Maybe you've been trying to balance it all. And on week 2, you're definitely going to need some rest. Week 3, 9 of Wands. There's a lot going on there. He's got a bandage around his head. Make sure that you're taking enough downtime, that you're asking for help. Week 4, 7 of Pentacles. Things are building. You're starting to see almost like recover financially from the summer. Okay. Saving. Interesting how it's kind of placed here with this Witch's house, this dream of what she wants, saving. Okay. So yeah, it looks like week 1, there's some power there, but the 2 weeks in the middle, you're just going to need a lot of rest. Okay, Leo? And I know you really just want to get out there and go and live, but it's asking you for some rest. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is we're going to pull out some charms, because I've been getting a lot of requests to bring the charms back. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use this calendar here for September. We've got our big bowl of charms over here. And let's see, you can see my punch bowl of charms. Let's see what we're going to get here. I'm just going to throw some down on the September calendar, see what jumps out. And then I'm also going to roll some dice. Okay. Move the dice to the side for now. A lot of energy here on the 11th, which is really interesting because the Mercury retrograde, we kind of come out of its shadow period. Mercury ends up at the same degree of Virgo that it started the retrograde at on September 11th. So it's really showing that things are going to get better for you once we're through that retrograde period, because you were so involved in that period as a Leo, right? Mercury went back into the sign of Leo. So you've got an elephant here. You've got a coin that says, I met Santa, I made the nice list. And you've got a wand, star wand. And we were just saying your word is your wand, okay? So Santa's there, which means gifts, right? And then it's interesting that he has the list, who's naughty, who's nice, right? We're talking about some drama through Mercury retrograde. You got an elephant, which is symbol of good luck. Now let's see what else we've got here. On the 9th, we have the letter B, along with, this looks like this is like the hair off of like a little toy figure. Like this is his hair, almost like a toupee there. On the 9th, I think Leo rules hair, doesn't it? Okay, we've got the I, O, we got a B, spelling bio. On the 17th, we have an A. We've got another I down here on the 30th. We've got a moose button. Look at that cute little moose button. Sheila Height gave me this. And someday I'm going to sew it onto something. The moose is very symbolic for me, and I'll be talking about that more in the future. Here's a snake here on the 3rd. We've got the number 4 over here on the side. And so let's see. Bio. Let's see. I-O-O. Not too many words you can spell there. We've got the word saw here, S-A-W, that kind of fell off to the side. Saw. I saw your bio. Okay. Now, Saturn. Oh, I just threw that, but that was Saturn. So Saturn, going like this a lot when we talk about Saturn, right? Rules, regulations, obligations, responsibility, long-term success. In the sign of Capricorn, its own sign. In the 3rd house, Gemini's house of communication, house of your local community. Okay, so, and it's interesting. It says bio. I saw a bio. Saturn, hard work. Capricorn, your career. 3rd house, your local community. You're making a good list. Okay, so maybe you're going to be validated. Maybe your business is going to be seen in the community. Maybe some things, maybe you're going to be in the limelight like you need, like you love, Leo. Okay, now, so power days. Looks like that 9th and 11th are very powerful days for you. Now, based on your dice, you rolled basically a lot of Capricorn. Now, Saturn rules not only the sign Capricorn, but it was the original ruler of Aquarius. So we know that we have the moon moving into the sign of Capricorn on the 11th, which is really interesting because that's where all that stuff fell. Okay, so you really got to mark down the 11th because there's something going on pretty powerfully for you there. All right, and Mercury square Uranus ends on the 11th also. So there may be easier for you to communicate. All right. Now, the 12th, the moon will be in Capricorn. The 13th, Friday the 13th. And then the Saturday the 14th. And then it goes right into Aquarius. So you have the spell from the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th until 5:39 a.m. And then we rolled Gemini, okay? And Gemini, the moon goes into Gemini on Sunday the 22nd at 6:24 a.m. through the 23rd, 24th until about 10:50 a.m., okay? Power times for you, really, really, really pay attention to the 11th of September. I would get a notebook out, start jotting things down, see what's going on. I think it has some work implications. Just noticing number 22 fell over on the side here, and it fell on the Emperor. And the Emperor is card number 4. And the Emperor has to do with being the boss. It has some things, some implications of work and work opportunities. So I really do think that someone is going to see something about you that's going to stand out. You also rolled a 4 here. And 4 is a stability number, kind of like finalizing plans, okay? So there's something here about being visible, but you need to make sure that you're getting the rest that you need, Leo, because I kind of get the feeling you're going to get your picture taken soon. You're going to be seen, and I know you want to look good, so get rest mid-month. Have a great month, Leo.